People seem very positive about it. I don't play Hunter, so I don't give a fuck about this here. Oh, right, I still have the audio muted. My bad. All you've missed was a bunch of, like, buzzing.
We are going into the pale heart of the Traveler, and the Traveler has chosen you, the Guardian, to be its champion. It's empowering us with gifts that we've never really had before.
One of the concept artists early on created this very evocative image.
They combined all subclasses.
A Guardian with light armor and dark armor.
We're like, we really need
Are you
this
exaggerating?
in the final shape. This is the ultimate form of being a Guardian, to wield light and darkness at
Oh,
the
yeah.
same time.
Wait, you're right. I
built
see it now.
Prismatic
Bottom left.
exactly to be that.
Prismatic is the new subclass in the final shape where you can combine certain class abilities from different damage types together.
Getting light and dark and mastering it. No one's done that before. Like the witness is manipulating the energies like this, but the witness is not a master of light and dark. You are. The Guardian is. Players are.
In Prismatic, underneath your super bar, there's a light meter and a dark meter. As you deal damage,
so is Prismatic a separate subclass? Because if it is,
fills the respective sides
why would you
of the
ever
meter.
choose one of the other
both
ones?
Sides are full.
If you can
get
just
this
mix the best
new
parts of
level of
classes.
power that we're calling Transcendence.
I love Transcendence because you do these cool motions.
For Warlocks, we have this cool like mystic pose. Hunters are gonna do this cool like
The Titan one where you just go.
While you're Transcendent, you get a new, unique grenade that combines both light and dark together. The Hunters get this fire and ice combo. Titans, Strand,
I mean,
and
this
Arc.
does look cool.
For the Warlock,
I like that
Stasis
idea.
and Void together. You have a weapon damage bonus that stacks on top of other weapon damage bonuses. Your grenade and melee are both instantly refunded when you cast Transcendence, so you can loop them together, one after the other.
That's really exciting.
That is so good.
We're kind of thinking about Prismatic as this advanced subclass where you have more build crafting options, more potential combinations, more fragments than you normally get, more fragment slots to socket them than you normally get.
That is a lot of combinations.
Am I fucking stupid? Why would you ever play anything besides Prismatic then? I'm not complaining. I think it sounds much cooler than the other subclasses, but why would you ever touch the others?
I think that Prismatic feels like you are doing combinations you shouldn't be able to do.
It feels a little game breaking, I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit?
Thanks for some split.
You're gonna be like, oh no, what have I done? I'm gonna be here all night.
Thanks for some pugs. It does, I mean, I think this is very cool looking.
Just about the mastery of light
Rainbow.
and dark. It's not just
Jambo.
about using
There's a
multiple
local.
powers at the same time. It's about figuring out how they work
Hey,
in
good to see you
concert
again,
in
Shane.
interesting ways.
We're transcending kind of the bounds of light and darkness. There's all these subclasses that really resonate with people, and now you can finally combine those and make your own Guardian feel very uniquely you.
This like really
I mean, that's
opens
not
up
really
the
going to happen.
doors
People are just
for
going to find the best possible
unexpected,
synergy for the meta.
Like really wild stuff.
I love
Thanks, Brian Mazareth.
being a
Thanks,
hunter
Apollo.
and having gunpowder gamble and blowing them up. And then we're like, oh, wait, what if you could slow enemies? You could throw out, your shurikens, and then you blow them up as well. And it's like, okay, I didn't think I could ever do those two things at the same time. And you're telling me I can do as much as I want?
You can throw Withering Blade melee and like bounce it between a bunch of people and get like 3 kills from one melee, and now your gunpowder gamble's like fully charged, right? And so like certain interactions I think get a lot easier just because we sort of made the aspects a little bit more permissive, a little bit looser. So like when we playtest, I'm probably gonna be running Warlock with the Lightning Surge build where you have Arcane Needle for 3 melee charges, and then you combine that with Lightning Surge. You can throw Bleak Watcher on top of that for just like a little extra crowd control, or you can throw Devour. And so you're, jumping in, lightning surging, that's killing a bunch of stuff. You're activating Devour, that gives you infinite sustain.
There's gonna be some
effectively,
fucking
to stay in the
broken
fight.
builds with that
As
for
a
sure.
Titan, you can just
Membership, meanwhile.
quickly start using your arc abilities to jolt all the enemies around you, and then kind of finish them off with like the cool blades of Strand, and it's so satisfying to see how fast you move.
100%
It's a
power
very,
creep
like,
through the roof.
fun,
Which is fine.
destructive build that you can
don't
just like destroy
hate
everything
that.
around you, and it's super fun.
There was this moment
I just
for
don't
me
see-
where
so-
I was like, wait a minute,
Maybe they get to it later, but I truly don't see, with this in the game, why anyone would ever choose to just lock themselves down to just solar or whatever. Like, why would you ever choose something that's not prismatic? Because you can just mix and match the best parts of all of the other subclasses. It just doesn't really make sense. Plus, they said you get more fragments and more aspects on prismatic. So, like, you get more out of it, too. Like, I don't see why you'd ever choose anything else. Why is that a problem? No, it's not. I just feel like at that point, just fucking remove the other subclasses and just roll everything in the prismatic. Like, why even bother? Cut out the middleman. Like, I'm not complaining about it. I think it's super hype, but I just feel like there's no reason to have the other subclasses at that point. You probably could have just, like, rolled it all into prismatic and just called it, like, this is your final shape as the Guardian, basically. Like, this is your final form to the final shape. It'll depend if there's any drawbacks to using this, but also the exotic part from this will make it even more busted. What's the exotic part? I haven't gotten to that yet.
could send out threadlings and have
no, I have not seen
a
that
bleak
drama, Jay.
watcher.
But I do remember that
creates
game.
These moments of escalation within the combat, and I think that's really exciting for me.
If you combine Bleak Watcher and Feed the Void, you consume your grenade to throw your Bleak Watcher out there, and so it's, you know, locking stuff down with stasis, doing crowd control. You can clean that stuff up pretty easily with, you know, an Arcane Needle melee, which has 3 charges. Those
Another
ability kills will
whistleblower for
activate
Boeing is
Devour,
calling them
which
out
gives
on one of
you
their
more
planes
grenade
designs.
energy every
Hope
time
this one
Devour
stays
activates,
safe.
so lets you loop your Bleak Watcher.
I
And
hope
so
so
you can
as
have
well.
like multiple Bleak Watchers out on the field, freezing stuff everywhere. You're just like launching your cool strand melees out, and everything's dying, and it's great. Embracing the challenge of like, how do we make stuff that wasn't initially intended to like work together in the same build? Like, how do we twist them and warp
Wholesome.
them
Thanks for
and
that, Bob.
push and pull this and
Appreciate
that
it.
to make them work together?
I'm excited about, you know, seeing all the players like talk about their favorite combinations. I'm just looking forward to all the videos that people make of their own custom builds with their own exotics that they're pairing it up with to create like these amazing builds. It feels infinite to me, and I'm really excited about that.
I am too. I mean, that sounds cool. Is there any like good content to go along with it, or do we just have to wait for the raid? Thanks, Reason Queen. I appreciate it, Melly. And yeah, I just watched the Joker 2 trailer. I have no strong thoughts on it. I don't like musicals, but I really like the first Joker, so I'll give this one a fair shake. Wasn't the last new raid bad? Root of Nightmares? I wouldn't even say it was bad, it was just way, way, way too easy. So it was underwhelming on day one. There's a prime team.
In the final shape, we're going to be making these new exotic class items.
Oh, this is what you're talking about,
These
Sneaky?
new exotic class items allow you to steal perks from other exotics and combine 2 perks together into one single exotic.
That's
The
outrageous.
perks that come on them are actually random rolled. One thing that is going to be fun is to chase these perks and then find different combinations that work really well.
How in the fuck would you possibly
These
balance
new
that?
class items are
That's-
all
that's
about
ridiculous.
prismatic and making that feel good. So it's going to be all about enhancing
I don't travel,
your
Seth.
builds and your combination
I'm afraid of flying.
light and darkness and achieving transcendence.
And yeah,
what
I was just
transcendence
talking
does.
about that, Connor.
They also look so good.
With these class items, we wanted them to stand out as special. They have these 2 perk columns that take aspects from other exotics
exotic class items are going to let you do things that other classes consider their own, but now they're yours. I managed to get, for my slow 'em down, blow 'em up hunter build, a roll on the exotic cloak that made it so powered melee kills caused enemies to ignite, and also I could get an extra dodge charge, so I could do an extra slow charge on enemies at the same time. We want it to feel a little broken.
I've said this for years. I think that's the best design philosophy. Instead of tuning things down, like, instead of just nerfing everything that seems strong, bring other things up to it. This is kind of an extension of that, where make something super strong and then balance the game up to it. So that way it matches. So that way it's not like broken per se. You just make the challenge match that. So you'd probably have to give them a higher health pool would be my guess. Like that'd be the obvious. But I like that philosophy. I think that's going in the right direction. It is power creep, but I've always said it's a lot more fun for some power creep versus everything being fucking nerfed in Weenie Hut Jr. I've never liked that because it feels so underwhelming to go backwards. Thanks for your sub, Swerve.
It definitely felt like I had two exotics on my cloak, which is kind of the intention. We want that to feel like you're bending the rules a bit.
It just opens up the space for mix and matching in a way that I think is gonna just be fun to see what combinations people find and like and what becomes the meta.
They look amazing. They have visual effects that activate when you are transcendent. It just really
Membership
ties
priest.
into this overall theme. But on top of that, the gameplay with basically stealing exotic traits from other exotics, and even from classes that aren't you, adds this element of spice to them, and the fact that it's random rolls, you're going to want to keep looking for the right one for your builds.
That is outrageous. So, I mean, if I was to get back into Destiny, this would be the perfect time, because pretty much everything pre this is going to be worthless going forward. At least from the sound of it. You'll still want the exotics unlocked? That's true, I
Dread
guess.
Are this new witness faction. When you see these new characters, not only do they look unique and new, but you see like a through line that we've been building through the years that connects it all together.
And you've seen
It's a
a
cool
member of the
looking
Dread
new enemy
before.
type.
You might remember seeing the Tormentor make a big appearance last year. Well, that was just the first one.
You have like this slate of new enemies with like the Tormentor and the
Membership, Sarah.
Subjugators and the Weaver and the Attendant and the Grim and the Husk. This
It looks
is
like the
new-
shit from Iron Man 2 that Mickey Rourke made. Or not that Mickey Rourke made, that Mickey Rourke didn't like. What was the other guy's name? Is his name Army Hammer? Who played the bad guy? It was Army Hammer? Okay.
embodiment of the witness.
Or
in
Justin
these
Hammer.
new
Justin
enemies.
Hammer. No, wait, it's definitely Army, isn't it? Oh no, it wasn't You're right, it wasn't him. Oh, this is the guy that had all those scandals, isn't it? Yeah. Wrong one.
The Grim is probably one of my favorite new enemies that we have in Destiny.
I think it's a poster child of the Dread in some ways. It's this bat with a gun.
The gun bat, yes, exactly.
It does a scream and it swoops all around the battlefield.
That's gonna be such a
It's a
fucking
profile
annoying
we've never
enemy.
seen in Destiny.
You are facing now the first flying character with actual wings. They can screech, and if that hits you, it suppresses your abilities. It also slows you down.
It was something that immediately appealed to the team and made us think, we have to do this. We have to make this character.
Where's Jackson? He hasn't said anything about this. I think he is so done with Destiny that he hasn't even watched this. Which is crazy, because he has like 10,000 hours in this game.
Acrobatic attacks.
That's how much Lightfall hurt him on a personal level.
They hurt. They have 2 of these very sharp melee weapons, and they just come charging with those things and will just slice and dice. They are really dangerous, especially in groups.
If you manage to kill the husk, you have to be careful, because if you kill it the wrong way, what's inside of the husk, the Geist, is going to pop out and it's going to seek you out.
A Geist has killed me, more than I care to admit. Now I'm like looking everywhere every time I go into a fight, and I'm like, is there a husk somewhere? Is there a husk somewhere? Because I'm targeting that first.
Hey, hope you have a good night, lady.
The Weaver and the Attendant are our Strand and Stasis scions that have been reshaped by the Witness.
We wanted to show like the influence of darkness powers on these characters.
They have a stasis ability that can shoot at you that will freeze
Hey,
you.
thanks so much,
They
Guardian.
have a strand ability that will pull you across
Can't
the
on
battlefield.
stream, but I can
The
check it
fact
out.
that you can get suspended and frozen in place just adds a big new dynamic to the fight.
The Weaver does something we've never done before. It'll shoot out this complete, powerful strand wave.
If that thing hits you, it's almost like a rubber band. It like pulls back and like snaps and like pulls you towards that character. As one character doing that to you, yeah, you can handle it. As soon as there's multiple characters trying to pull you in different directions towards you, you have to approach it in a different way.
Obligatory physics engine
We're
enemy.
really excited about everything that we've been doing for the final shape.
I mean, it fits
Just
that
feels
though,
there's
like
a really
with Strand.
cool through line through all
Keep in
of
mind,
this.
Strand is the same one that has like the grappling hook that
the
you pull
culmination of the
yourself
Guardian's
to.
journey
So I mean,
in
it
the last 10
fits.
years. We wanted to
Thanks, membership,
deliver
Guardian.
something that's really like fun and exciting and engaging
And
for
probably
players.
Devil, especially with
It
this.
is amazing to see this initial inspiration carried all the way through to become a reality in the final shape.
We need to go. Keep moving. Go.
Charlie's buying into this.
The witness
I don't know, I'll wait and see more.
to the traveler to turn their threat.
But I do like the direction. Prismatic sounds great. I absolutely love mixing the fucking perks and shit. That's great.
Something's changed in the Guardian. New power. I can feel it.
Have you seen the horror movie Connoisseur? No, but I have seen Vivarium. Yeah, that's what I just heard about Buff. Someone was talking about that with Friday the 13th.
Take this power, Guardian. Be brave in dark places. For we are the light of hope.
Definitely interesting. It's got my attention again, which I didn't expect. I thought for sure I wasn't going to bother with Final Shape. But I'll wait to see a little bit more from it. I do like some of the ideas there. Actually, pretty much all the ideas there I liked.
Arsenal of banned weapons.
Oh, that's that. That's what I just saw.